This is the Conversation Havers podcast with your hosts, Collin Hayes and Trey Cromartie.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the Conversation Havers podcast. My name is Trey.
My name is Collin.
And we're here with another special guest. His name's Marcus.
That's my name.
Yeah. So I met Marcus like the past year or two or something.
I've been having like year ago memories, and it's been like.
Has it been longer?
Yeah, it's been since I've been hanging out with Peen, since I started, and that was like last summer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit over a year. Yeah.
So yeah, I met you through Peen, who's a friend of ours, and then Collin's just now meeting him, and we're just gonna talk about the fact that you just went to Japan and China and stuff like that. So
yeah, it was pretty fun. I don't know.
Yeah, so we were talking about it a little bit before the podcast, but so tell us, you were saying that it's on some like fuck China shit. So tell us, let's hear some of that.
I mean, so in Hong Kong, y'all know like the riots are going on and all that, and luckily I didn't have to go to Hong Kong. I had a layover in Beijing, and my first one was 3 hours. That one wasn't that bad. I had just been on a plane for 14 hours, so I was like drained anyways.
Yeah.
But the TSA there is very handsy. They touch you for instance, one of them, they're like guiding us to go which way to go, but on the way there they were just like pushing people, and I told myself if they push me I'm gonna have a serious problem, and I did, but I kept it to myself.
Yeah, I was about to say, what other option do you have?
I'm not gonna do nothing too stupid.
And
that wasn't the worst, but I did spend a week in Japan, and I'll get back to that. But
are we just talking Tokyo?
I actually went all around, but yeah, I stayed in Tokyo, Shinjuku. So Tokyo is like this huge thing, and then they have like like provinces, but little.
It's like New York. It's got like Manhattan,
Harlem,
the Bronx,
Staten Island. Yeah, it's exactly like that actually. So I had a 3-hour layover first, and then on our way back, I had a 9-hour there. So I pretty much spent the whole day in Japan, or night, I should say. And while in Japan, I went to the Babe store, and I just picked up a bunch of stuff. One of them being a lighter.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, lighter checks through TSA. You can have one, right?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming every country other than China, because I took one out of Japan, fine. Went through customs, fine. I landed in Japan, and they asked if I had a lighter. I said no, of course, because I knew they were going to try and take it. They had a bucket full of fucking lighters, and this was like a cool-ass Bape lighter. Like, I spent $8 on a fucking big lighter. Like, I want to keep this.
Yeah, so you were really you were holding out hope that they would see it and be like, oh shit, this is Bape, bro. You can have it.
Maybe, I don't know. And then I had a portable charger, and that's a whole nother thing. And so I kept the lighter in my bag and ran it through the X-ray thing, and I saw the dude on the computer look like, and I was like, oh, like he just pointed at it on his computer, and I was like, fuck. And so they took it and they ripped my bag apart.
Really?
Oh yeah. They fucking thought I was a terrorist at that point. Like holding shit off from us and stuff.
Damn.
Yeah, why did you lie?
I was
I
should have wrapped it in tinfoil or something.
How do they know you're not going to get on the plane and light a giant ass cartoon bomb?
I don't know. I don't know what they expect you to do with the lighter on the plane. Like I said, every other
suck
airline,
out all the oxygen from the plane.
Every other airline is fine with it, or country, I should say.
Yeah.
But then I had a portable charger, and you can't have one over a certain size. The battery can't be over a certain milliamp hour or whatever. And I mean, it's really specific in China, and this dude, he's sitting there trying to read it, and he doesn't speak English worth a fucking damn, dude. He just stares at it, wastes 10 minutes of my time literally staring at it, showing it to his colleagues.
Looking at English text?
Yes, bro, you can't read it, stop. And
so they took it away, or?
No, he finally just gave up and was like, follow me, and I went to this back room and stuff. It was really fucking creepy. I thought I was done.
You thought they were just gonna off you?
He was like, follow me, And then they went finally to someone who can speak and read English, and he literally went, okay, you're good. And I stared at the dude who fucking wasted my time, and I was like, that's one of the coolest things, honestly. No offensive shit, but being around people who genuinely don't understand the fucking words you're saying, you can say anything, dude. I looked at him, I was like, you're a fucking dumbass. You are really fucking stupid. I fucking hate you. But I said it in like a cool demeanor, so he didn't suspect anything, and I just fucking walked away.
That's have you ever seen that YouTube video where it's like what English sounds like to non-English speakers?
No, I haven't. That sounds like a really good concept.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Like, I don't even know that is something. I wonder. I feel like you can tell in the terms or in the tone of someone's voice, like even if they're speaking a different language, maybe depending.
Oh
on
yeah,
language.
no, for sure. Yeah,
like he probably knew you were saying some shit to him, but he's also
he
like,
knew he had just wasted my time. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
I can always tell when like the Mexicans in the back of Taco Bell or some shit are talking shit about me.
Yeah, I want to learn Spanish. Just like
I know enough to like I can order food and just fine.
I'd be like Rojo.
Yeah, I probably could have like right after high school, but like it's been like 3 years now.
Yeah, my junior year summer, I actually went to Puerto Rico, and I can gladly say with Harley, and I can gladly say that I learned more Spanish there than I did in the 2 years of Spanish that I took in high school.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like nothing is gonna compare to like the real life experience that you're gonna get from that. Like,
yeah,
that's why a lot of like Spanish classrooms are like, yeah, we're just only speaking Spanish in here now. And if you don't know how to talk, then you're gonna fail the class.
Exactly. But immersion is the best way to like teach someone a different language. Japanese is still difficult as fuck though.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because a lot of from what I understand, the like Asian languages, it's like the tone of voice, like the pitch of the voice can mean different things, and
where they use. So, like, the only time Americans may use body language is, like, in an interrogation room or something, but they use it whenever they're having a normal conversation with somebody.
Yeah, that's the same thing with, like, sign language. Yeah. Like, you have to be very exaggerated and, like, kind of act, like, mime things out.
Yeah.
There's also, like, in English, it's like what word you put stress on can change the meaning of a sentence.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's like, I don't know, it's like, are you saying you killed my brother, or are you saying you killed my brother? Like, that's a really fucking weird example.
Yeah, I was like,
but like, yeah, like it's not an entirely new concept of like how you say a word is gonna change the meaning, but it's still like in China and in like Asian languages, it fucks it up in like all sorts of different ways. Like, it's like completely, at least those two things I said are like along the same track, but like in Chinese or Japanese, like that shit, like you say it like an octave too high or whatever, and they're like red alert, like you just said some fucking bomb threat. Like,
what the hell?
Japan, their culture, just to genuinely like the way they treat people there. I don't know. So Chandler, he's fucking 6'9", extremely tall.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
he's 6'9".
Yeah. No,
haven't I met this dude?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, 6 foot. Is that an actual? Were you just saying that to like mean he's tall?
6'9".
That's
not exaggeration.
Yeah, that's
extremely tall.
Wow, holy
but
shit.
Yeah, you shouldn't see me in public with him. I feel fucking invincible. Like nobody fucks with us. But
damn.
But yeah, so and then Japanese people are shorter than Americans, of course, and then you got a super tall white dude and a black dude in Japan, and we went over there.
How tall are you?
I think I'm just 6'1", but the dude on my driver's license put 5'8" because he didn't.
What?
Yeah.
5'8"?
Yeah, like I told him, I was like, I'm 6 foot. I told him I was like 6 foot, and then he looked at me and was like, and I was like, he started typing on his keyboard.
Was he like really tall or something?
No, he was sitting down in a chair like at the DMV, and he just looked at me. He was like,
he's working at the DMV. He's just salty at life.
I know. Like Peen got 6 foot on his fucking license. Like
he's actually 5'8".
Exactly.
I was about to say I haven't seen Peen in a few years, so unless he's like grown a lot.
No, he's still short. And it was just annoying as fuck. But yeah, and we expect to get stared at a lot in Japan. Like, but Japanese people are so respectful and don't care.
Dude, that's what I've heard.
It was just like walking down the street in any normal place.
I've heard no one really bothers each other. It's just like super clean.
They have so much respect for each other, themselves. Their public transit, the only reason why it works so well is because the people respect it so much. Like if you go to a subway in New York, it's filthy, dirty, this and that.
People yelling at each other.
I was able to take the high-speed train. Yeah, in fact, on our JR passes, which is what allows us to get on the subways.
Japanese railroad passes.
Exactly. They even have instructions like it says this is most people. They're on their way home from work. Be quiet. If you use your phone, use headphones. Like they literally give you instructions on how to use it and be respectful. And like I took the bullet trains, and the oldest one, the first one that was actually built, we took that one, and I mean it's what I think they started it in the 90s, and it's that old, and it's public transit, and it's still immaculate. Like you can tell it's a little bit dated, but it's immaculate. Like they just respect everything so well, and they didn't even stare at us. We did have 2 drunk Asian ladies have a conversation with us, or attempt to.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. She was looking at me pretty funny, and this is when my hair was like.
Did you pick up on any type of Japanese before, like just enough to say anything?
No, but they had. I actually still have a picture of my phone at the airport. They had this poster, and it was kind of like common phrases you need to know, and I just took a picture of it, and that got me the whole way through Japan. As long as you know, like I didn't even use konnichiwa much. Hi means yes.
Okay.
And so you just say hi if you want something, and then arigato, that's thank you.
Okay.
And then 2 words, only 2 words. I probably used the whole trip in Japanese. And yeah, just say it with a good accent, and an Asian chick might hit on you because that's what happened to me.
Shit.
Like, because she spoke a little bit of English, and I was like, your English is really good. And then
she was like, what?
yeah, and then I was like, she was like, oh, we know a little bit. And then I said my little shit in Japanese, and she was like, oh, your Japanese is very traditional. And I was like, okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, did a little bow.
So like if you get at a restaurant that's really good, on your way out, you're walking out, turn around at the door, look back into the restaurant, and just bow at whoever served you, and they'll be like, like thank you, I appreciate
Thanks.
that. That just means that their food was really good. And
They start tearing up a little bit.
You have brought honor upon my family. Whatchamacallit? I don't even know. I think it'd be funny if like in the airport they give you some phrase that you definitely shouldn't say just to play a prank on you. That's what I do.
No,
they see like regular like white people like reading it, and they're just like, oh, okay, haha.
I have heard that Japan has like a really like they're super respectful of like foreigners and stuff like that.
Yeah, because they don't expect them to get it fully,
But they have like really high standards over like what is like Japanese. And so there's like really bad problems with like people who will like come over from America, and like whether it's like they just move over there with like their family, or they come in and they marry a Japanese person and have like mixed kids. It's apparently it's like really bad over there. What's her face? Naomi Osaka, the tennis player.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like.
Isn't she mixed?
Yeah, so she's half black, half Japanese, and I want to say it's like her dad is from America, and it's like she's got like a lot of issues because a lot of like Japanese people like won't claim her. Really? Like they're saying, yeah, they're like, no, she's not Japanese, she's American.
I mean, I guess she's technically not. Wait, was she raised in America?
She was raised in Japan, I think.
It's crazy going to a place and it's so big and vast. It's like, because we're a diverse country, and you see so many different type of people, but they're seeing only one type of person.
Yeah.
And no racist shit, but they do, and genuinely all look alike, and it's just crazy going everywhere and seeing like one type of person.
Yeah, like that's how I feel like. It's like going to like Germany or some shit, and it's just all blonde people, like all tall white blonde people. It's just like
I almost said something.
It's fucking
it's Aryan fucking.
Yeah, but it's just like it is weird just because especially Houston is the most diverse city in the country.
No, really?
I don't know if it's the most diverse in the world. It's the most diverse city in the most diverse country, though.
Yeah.
So it's just
I would imagine probably, yeah. But like Japan, I can genuinely say I can spend the rest of my life there.
From all the videos I've seen, I've watched so many videos of people just walking around at night and just like with a GoPro, and they just like the architecture and the way, like I literally just want to walk the streets for like hours.
If you do that, so we stayed in Shinjuku. That's where our hotel was. That was kind of our home base, and so prostitution is legal there. Okay. Here comes a good story. Prostitution is legal there. If you go to Japan and see a black dude on the streets, you'll see a lot of them, and they have a Nigerian accent. They're going to sell you pussy, or at least attempt to. They're going to try their best to sell you a prostitute.
Interesting.
Prostitution is legal. Selling it on a public street is not. So they
don't have the women out there.
No, it's just you'll just see the men, and they'll walk up to you. Every single one. That's the first question they will always ask you is where are you from? That's their starter. Boom, where are you from? And so after like the 4th or 5th time, me and Chandler are used to it. So if they just ask us, we'll just say, nah, man, we're good. We don't want anything. And they know pretty good English.
Yeah.
And so one night we were walking back to our hotel, and this one, he was like, hey, man, where are you from? So Chandler was to my left, and then the dude walked up from our right. And he went and dapped up Chandler, you know what I mean? And Chandler said no. And he
just said no.
He was like, no, I'm good, man. Not tonight, thanks, man. You know, just shoot him off.
Yeah.
But he like held Chandler's hand in the dap up, and he was like, "No, man, let me talk to you. And Chandler just kept saying, "No, no, no." And so I finally gave him a nudge. I was like, "Dude, like, back off, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's enough." He said no, and then he just stopped and he looked at me and just stared at me, and then we just had like a little fucking standoff. And he said, "Fuck you, man." And I said, "Fuck you." I looked at him. I said, "You're selling pussy in the streets of Shinjuku. Go fucking kill yourself." Like I straight up told him that to his face.
That reminds me a lot of, and I think we talked about this on the last podcast about like how when me and you went to New York, that reminds me a lot of in New York, we had a place that me, Trey, and Jake run called Mixtape Alley. And it's in the back of Times Square. Like you've got Times Square and then you've got the very back, like where that one skinny building with the billboards on it is, and there's 2 alleys on the other side. The Daily Bugle? Yeah, the Daily Bugle. So it's like on the right side of that, it's just like 2, maybe not, I was going to say a ridiculous number. It's like 20 wannabe rappers are all sitting there with like CDs and shit like that.
Mixtapes and shit.
Yeah, mixtapes. And they're just like,
they're like, yo, free.
Buy my mixtape. Come get my mixtape. It's for free.
Well, yeah, they're like, it's for free. It's for free. And then, like, if you even grab it, they're like, all right, I need a donation, though. And you're like, so it's not free. Like,
so, like, me, like, being from Houston and all that, like, I've lived in cities before, and I've been to cities before, but it was just like, okay, usually you take something, they shut the fuck up, right? Like, that's how it is. Somebody's got a pamphlet, give me the fucking pamphlet, I'll be out of your way. Like, you know, so that's how I thought it was going to be. So they were like, try my mixtape. And I'm like, what the fuck ever. I grab it. Before I can blink, I have like 15 other mixtapes in my hand, and they're like signing it. They're like, yeah, I'm going to put an autograph on this. This is going to be worth so much when I make it big. And like, they're all like talking and shit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And they're like, no, a donation for a black man, please. And I'm like, what? And they're like, you heard me. And I'm like, I don't have any money, which actually at that point I genuinely did not have any money on me. And so they just look at me and they're like, fuck you, man. And they all start taking their mixtapes back and shit. And then I'm a fucking tourist, right? So I'm wearing an NYPD hat, and one of them just like looks at me dead in the face, just goes, fuck your hat. And I'm just like,
I'm sorry.
Damn.
Yeah, it's in Japan.
That's why I got the fire department.
Bro.
The fire department.
I was like, ain't nobody gonna be mad at them.
9/11.
In Japan, there's not like hobos on the street. After Sunday and Monday evening, though, you'll wake up and at like 8 in the morning, go down the street, and someone will just be laid out on the sidewalk sleeping, bro.
In Japan?
Yeah, you just walk over them. It's normal. Like, me and Chandler were like, do we help this dude? And everybody was just walking over him.
what can you really do?
No, they're just passed out from being drunk from the night before. But another thing to note, it's illegal to just smoke on the street in Japan, which makes for an immaculate city. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
They have designated smoking areas. You can't even do this. Just, like, hit a vape walking down the street, nothing. I mean,
you can if nobody's looking.
No, you just don't do it out of respect. People don't look at you.
You're right.
Yeah, you just don't do it.
Damn, that's my American
exactly.
side
Yeah, no. And I knew it going there, but it makes for like just the aura that alone gives off. Just walking down the street with so many people with such like a condensed, packed area.
I want to go to that famous walkway where it's just like 1,000 fucking people crossing the road.
Oh, Shibuya Crossing, we did that.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
that shit is
it
so
is
awesome.
fucking absurd there. Dude. We went to the Kith ice cream bar stand in Japan too. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah, I just that has been my number one travel destination for quite a while now.
Me too.
Like,
Anybody who says that, I always tell them to do it. I mean, like me and Chandler, it was...
Well, like I've literally... Everything I've heard from every single person is like, it's super fucking awesome.
like no weeb shit. I really want to go to Japan, like, and just stay there for like 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah. I want to stay there for a good amount of time.
I recommend it. Yeah.
Walk the streets, and I just want to see a really good amount of it.
It's just...
try to do some parkour.
You will get some legworks out of it, dude, because you walk everywhere. So anybody who goes to Japan...
Or get a little scooter.
First thing you do, the Japan Rail Pass, that can get you all around Japan, literally. We went all the way to Hiroshima. So Tokyo's like here, and Hiroshima's like way at the bottom of the island. It's actually kind of messed up. We went to Hiroshima, we went to there's this dome that's still standing, and they have like a little thing telling you about it. And me and Chandler, we have some pretty dark jokes, you know, like very dark. And so on this day, I have a champion shirt, and it says USA on it, and it's red, white, and blue. So keep in mind, I go to a fucking Hiroshima memorial wearing a USA champion
and
shirt.
This was an... This was an accident?
No, yeah, completely unintentional. And then Chandler was like, dude, look at your shirt. And we're standing in front of like the only standing building from the fucking blast. And I'm looking down and I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's impossible for an American to visit Hiroshima and not feel like shit a little bit, at least.
If you go there, it's so sacred. They have like, there's like this one, if you look down, it lines up with all these special things and stuff. The memorial that they have for it is so big. No, you gotta think that was like the first time a nuclear weapon
I was born
used on
50
people.
years after that shit happened. Like, I ain't connected to that. That I am not personally.
If once you go there, you will feel connected.
Yeah, I know. But
like people just walk past
same
it
time,
and
it's
bow
like,
and continue on walking home from work. Damn, are you crying? You good, bro?
No, I just yawned.
Trey's just really
Hiroshima. You were trying to digress,
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna just become a Japanese citizen. I'm tired of all this American shit.
Always, if you want to go to Japan, do it. Like I actually, the day that we were going to get our tickets, I literally said, I can't do it. I didn't want to go. Like
what?
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Because it was a lot of money. I mean,
how much was it, if you don't mind my asking?
In total, so me and Chandler went, and we just used a bank account and dumped all of our money in. We went there. So after plane tickets and travel, which just plane tickets and the JR pass, we went there with like, what, $3,700 or something like that, $4,200, $3,700 or $4,200, and the plane tickets total I think cost us for 2 people. This was with the connecting flight, so it was a little bit cheaper. I want to say it was $2,100 for 2 people. Damn. Which we got a deal. It was 2 people because usually it'll cost you like $1,300 a piece, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I did it just working this summer off of a job, making $12.50 an hour, and just saved my money knowing that it was coming. And
that's like $6,000 for 2 people, basically.
Yeah, and we went there and we were able to spend money frivolously and have fun. Honestly, like I bought out at the vape store.
Is the whatchamacallit, the dollar ratio compared to the yen?
So it's actually really easy converting yen to dollars. So 10,000 yen, it's almost $10. It's like $8.96, something like that.
Okay. So
I mean, it's really easy to keep track and not overspend there.
Yeah.
Like something's 50,000 yen, I'm gonna spend $45.
That always is so crazy to me that's like their normal thing. It's
like,
oh yeah, here's a
get a fanny pack because you will walk around with so many coins. Oh my goodness, because like $5, $10, that's all coins, and that's what you're gonna be using a lot. And
that's how it was.
I literally had like 5 pounds worth of just coins in a little Supreme little fanny pack. No bullshit.
That's how it was. So I used to live in Amsterdam, and we used to just go all around Europe pretty often. Because, like, driving to, like, Paris from Amsterdam is like driving to, like, fucking College Station from here.
Yeah,
like, it's not that far of a drive. And that's really the case for a lot of, like, major cities in Western Europe, is that it's not that far of a drive. And so, like, we'd go all over the place, and so we'd always have, like, our little tourist pack things out and about.
Yeah.
And it was just like so many fucking coins, and then like the dollars or the currency. Like what does Japanese currency look like? Because I know like European currency is like real nice and colorful and shit. Like it's kind of cool looking, but
Oh no, I have Japanese receipts in my wallet though. I actually need to take these out. But it's just green and it has like some old emperor's face. I'm not mistaken. It has like a little clear thing on it.
It's got a waifu on it.
Yeah, that'd
be fucking amazing.
Walking around, it changes colors depending. Like so, the 100,000 yen. Those are like yellow almost. It's Monopoly money. It feels like it too. It's very like papery. It feels nothing like the U.S. dollars have almost like a cloth feel to it.
Yeah, it's made from cotton.
Yeah, theirs it's just paper. Like you can even rip it a lot easier too. It's very delicate.
Oh, damn, yeah.
And it's a lot bigger. Like it didn't fit in my wallet. I had to fold it. It's not longer. It's just wide as fuck. They're like this fucking wide.
Damn.
Yeah, I know like European currency and shit is like almost like plasticky.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking weird.
I wouldn't know.
And then it's weird, like the coins, to make it easier because they know you're going to carry so much coins, some of them look exactly alike, but to separate them, they just drill a hole in the middle. So some of them, if it has a hole, then it's a 50, and if it doesn't, then it's 100. It's kind of, if it's silver with the hole, 50. They try to make it easier for you. But like if you ever want to go to Japan, do it. I recommend staying in Shinjuku. Very amazing place. And then...
Did you go to a spa?
No.
I've heard all the spas are really awesome.
They are, but they probably... It's hard to find one that doesn't have a happy ending.
I mean,
that's what
can't
they
you
call
just
it.
tell them no?
What? There's some freaks there, dude. Like, straight up. There's some super nasty, disgusting freaks.
Just
but... Like in Harajuku, that's where all your shopping is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fucking 10-minute train. Like you just walk to the train station, go to Harajuku, they drop you off, boom. There's this big ass park with a shrine in the middle. It's beautiful.
Dude, I saw this fucking video. They have a giant Gundam statue, and like I don't really know shit about Gundam, but giant robots are fucking cool.
Yeah.
And they have that hoe just built. Like it's like as big as a transformer just standing in the city. It's like. That's fucking awesome.
But dude, walking down this one alleyway in Harajuku, it's amazing. You have like an OG ass Japanese Stussy there, and then we actually went to the Billionaire Boys Club.
Mm-hmm.
We went to their store. That shit is fucking pimp. And then the Supreme store, pimp as fuck. The niggas in there are kind of dickheads. Like they work at Supreme, so they have all Supreme merch, and they think they're the ultimate shit of Japan. They're just standing there.
Oh, Japanese hype beasts are probably on another level.
Dude, 10 Japanese people standing in the store waiting for you to pick out what you want. They just sitting there staring at you like this. They don't give a fuck either. They'll stare at you though.
I thought this place was supposed to be respectful.
These Japanese people at the Supreme store that work there, bro. Like this nigga had dreads. The Japanese dude would like obviously
I've seen
leave dreads, and I was really finna get on his ass. Like
I've seen so many things on Twitter of like Japanese people getting black ass haircuts.
Oh yeah,
it's so funny. I love it.
They love that shit. But going to the Babe store was so fucking. They had Neighbor. They had fucking who did that collab with the Prestos? The acronym.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that store is badass. They have like every fucking hypebeast store in one alleyway, dude, and it's all like alleyways, so it's kind of sketchy, but not really. You have to be looking for it, really.
I mean, I don't know. That's a bunch of places.
The vending machine outside of the Supreme store had a Bucky stickers on it. I took a picture of that shit so quick. I was like, what?
Bucky somebody put a Bucky sticker on it?
Yeah, the vending machine is like littered in stickers.
Some other Texan made his mark.
Somebody let them know.
Beautiful.
Actually, I think I remember seeing a Bucky sticker in New York, like how they all had all that like scaffolding a few blocks away from our hotel.
Mm-hmm.
There was just fucking stickers everywhere. I remember there being a Bucky sticker there.
I just want to put, like, if I ever go somewhere, I'm going to have just, like, some stickers, like, Texas ass.
Texans are just going around tagging random ass places around the world.
We are pretty proud, like.
Oh, yeah.
What was I finna say? Oh, I forgot that fast.
Hypebeast stores, alleyway.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so something that they find, like, designer there. We went to this one store, and it's like going to Austin to, like, one of those stores that just resell.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like designer too. Like they have fucking designer shit next to this. They have Home Depot hats and Home Depot shirts.
Bro, Home Depot's up right now.
They had a Cabela's hat, and that hoe was like fucking $80. The exact same one. I have one at my house. Like they had that hoe for like $80. It was like sacred to them. They just had like random ass like stuff like Home Depot, fucking Cabela's, just like shit that's average here. Very, very below average, actually.
Well, the whole thing of like how like people will just like randomly get like Japanese tattoos or like Japanese shirts and stuff here, it's the exact same thing there but with English.
Yeah.
Like,
I was actually hoping to see that, some dude with like a tattoo just like
water.
Fuck.
You really could you could just walk into Japan with a tattoo that just says fuck, and like everybody, no one would know. Like, I mean, maybe a few people would know, but for the most part it'd just be like, whatever.
It's really...
No, I want to see some Japanese... I'm going to have to Google that, like Japanese English tattoos. Like, it's just going to be like, never ever give up, or some shit.
Or like some fucking rap quotes, just in like perfect textual writing, not even cursive, because like...
Well, like, it has to be... I want broken English. Like, that's what I'm really trying to see.
Like, just Ebonics tattooed on them.
Well, like, just bad grammar and stuff like that. Like, that would be amazing.
When I see 12, I duck.
Warner brother.
I don't know why. I just thought of like Wingstop Fat Boy need a 10-piece on somebody's arms.
I'd want to get a James Bond Coupe Pop Clutch 100. It's like my favorite Rick Ross line. But yeah. So how was China? Staying there?
Just being there for 9 hours. It's like the smog in Beijing.
I mean, you were in the airport.
Yeah, no, we stayed in the airport.
So it wasn't really...
It was really...
Oh, okay.
I mean, so 2 weeks before, that airport had actually just opened up. It's the biggest one in the world. And
damn.
Yeah, it's the biggest fucking airport by mass, like bigness.
Size of a city.
Exactly. It's fucking huge. And... yeah, it was just, I mean, a lot of people there are just doing layovers trying to sleep, but I could not fucking sleep in that place. I did not trust it.
Did you sense a difference in like the vibe compared to Japan?
Yeah, I wouldn't say hostile.
I mean, even though you were in an airport, so it's like you didn't really get like the city.
Yeah, no, for sure. I didn't get like an understanding of fucking China.
Yeah.
It's crazy, like flying over it, coming into land, it really is like, it's fucking communism. It's like you see the places where people live, it just covers up a whole city of just like tower apartment buildings,
Yeah.
It literally just looks like what you'd imagine. Like just dull and fucking just black.
Fucking stacks from Ready Player One or some shit.
Like it's fucking dull and black. But I know that like the fucking sunrise, it rises so slow there. It just seems so much slower. Like for like 30 minutes, it was just fucking, you can just see like this much of the sun. And fucking, I don't know if it's the time zone change or we're further up, like towards like the Arctic Circle or whatever, but it was like the days there felt fucking long. Like the hours felt longer, everything felt longer, which was good. It made our vacation feel long as fuck. Like we were accidentally waking up at 6 a.m. But another thing that affects that is sunrise is at like fucking 4:45 a.m. It's fucking absurd.
Yeah, I FaceTimed you and you were like sitting in a park and it was all sunny, but like it was like midnight over here, and obviously I had just forgotten. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah,
I'm on Mars.
Yeah, I remember even when I like lived in Amsterdam, there were sometimes like, I forgot which time of year exactly, but there were some times where it like wouldn't get dark until like 2 a.m. and it was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah. That must be fucking crazy to think about.
I went to sleep and it was light outside. I don't know, but I moved from Amsterdam when I was like 7, so maybe it was like 10 or 11, but it was still just like way too late for it to still be light outside. And I remember being like, why do I have to go to sleep? Like, look at this shit.
So I am getting tired though.
Like that's kind of why I want to go to Alaska. Like,
yeah, I know in the Arctic Circle and never like the sun just does this throughout the skyline, like because you can see the whole fucking sun. What would it be called? I don't know. You can see everything happening though.
Yeah,
that's another place that I want to go next year. We're thinking about either like backpacking Europe, so pretty much just driving around.
Fuck that.
The countries are so small. Like he was saying, you can drive fucking everywhere.
Yeah,
and
like
we're thinking about
you can
doing
hit
that.
like. You can hit like 5 countries in a day if you're trying hard. Like we passed through like fucking 3 countries to get to McDonald's and shit. Like because I lived in Amsterdam and you've got like Luxembourg and Belgium right there, and both of Amsterdam's already fucking tiny. The Netherlands is already fucking tiny, and so the Netherlands is like smaller than Houston. Like in its entirety is smaller than Houston area.
Damn.
So it's like
y'all call that a country?
You drive through that shit, like, it's just, you pop over to France real quick, it's just like, it's common, man. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, we're either thinking about doing that or doing like fucking 2 or 3 weeks in Japan next year. We liked it that much that we just want to go back.
I would like to go back with you. I'm gonna try to save up.
Yeah,
that's like, oh my god, yeah, that's number one on my list.
Yeah, Japan.
It should be, honestly.
Japan's number one for me, and then it's like going back to Greece because I've been to Greece, but it's like I haven't been since I was like real little.
Yeah.
And so it's just like that's always been.
And then another thing about Japan that we love so much is like, you know, we're like fucking car nerds. The car culture there. Every car that we like is there. Which reminds me, you have a fucking A86 parked. You don't even know it, but that Toyota Corolla Celica, that's like a really fucking like nice car.
I haven't even been outside today, so
dude, that thing is fucking. I literally spent like 2 minutes just staring at it. That shit is pimp as hell.
I'll have to go check it out if it's still out there by the time we're done.
Like it's just legendary in like Japanese culture, drift culture. And shit.
Yeah, no, I watched some type of video the other day of like it's just about like Japanese like. Whenever they first discovered the Honda Civic, like back in the 90s.
They were mining through the earth and they just found a whole ass Honda Civic.
Yeah. Yes. And no, but they just went like they just did street races all on the like highways in Tokyo, and it's like that's literally like Japanese people don't even know how fucking cool that is. Like to Americans, like they like to me, that is some of the coolest aesthetic ever.
I cried in a Subaru dealership.
Like, you cried?
So, you know Honda, Chandler, he has that Subaru that we built up and all that and made it really nice and did a conversion and all that stuff. And so, Subaru made this car, it's called the 22B. It's the rarest Subaru in the world.
Dropped your jewel, bro.
They made 422 of them, I believe. 403, something like that.
That's a very specific number.
Yeah, it's for some reason. They made a very limited amount, and in car talking, that's like a small amount of cars.
Oh, yeah.
And they only made 3 of them as prototypes, and they all have a number plate saying 1 out of however. And there's 3 that say 000 out of 000. And so you go there. This is how fucking awesome they are, and how much people treat the shit good. You go there and they have it there, and we're sitting there, we're making sure not to touch it and shit, blah blah blah. And we asked the lady, we're like, hey, can you pop the hood? And then this dude come over, he works there, and he opens the door and he's looking at me, he's like, get in. And I'm like, no, I can't get in this. This is like a fucking, it's like a museum. And he's like, get in. And I'm like, oh. He's like, go. He takes the camera out of my hand and pushes me in the car. I'm fucking sitting in like a dream, literally fucking dream car, like holy fuck. And there's this famous rally driver. His name is Collin. He died.
R.I.P.
Yeah, he fucking died in a helicopter crash. But that's neither here nor there.
Damn.
Like him and his kids. It's actually pretty tragic.
Oh, that's just got really depressing.
7-year-old kid, and he fucking died. But he won Subaru their first like rally championship, and the car that he did it in was there, and that thing is fucking sacred even to like Subaru. And he looked at us and he was like, "Get in," and we were like. Like we're
fucking, just sharing the love.
How did your 6'9" friend even like get in the car?
he didn't, but he did. He somehow been in there. And so in rallying, they have a driver and a co-driver.
Yeah.
And so it was like
I was turn left.
Yeah, I was fucking sitting there, and Chandler's like my co-driver, and he took a picture of us. So you can see us like we're fucking. You've never seen me that happy before. Once you see that picture, like. I'm just fucking sitting there giggling and shit. It was honestly one of the greatest moments in my life.
So, would you say that was like the highlight of the trip, or?
Yeah, and then like
or was every day like there was
every day it was just like some shit that just made it better and better. Like just walking to get to the Subaru place. It's called Maritsumo or some shit like that. The city. But it's like a college city. There's like a big ass college there. Our directions took us wrong. We walked around a college campus on accident, and they had like a American football game going on. It was funny as fuck seeing them play. But just walking down there, yeah.
Japan's getting pretty involved in American football, actually.
Walking around, there were just fucking rare ass cars everywhere, like everywhere. So we just stopped, take pictures, and just fucking keep on going. It's just like this is everyday life here. It's fucking amazing.
I knew they fucked with baseball really heavy.
Yeah, they had like baseball practice going. They had archery practice going on. It was crazy as fuck.
Archery practice.
Yeah, we were walking next to like the archery cage, and all we hear is like shoo shoo, because we were like towards the end of it. What the fuck is going on? And then we fucking finally get down there, and we see him just like with the bow and arrow and shit. We were like, oh my god.
Training for the Olympics or something.
Have you ever heard of? Have you ever been to Keels and Wheels? down here?
No.
It's like a car show that they have in a Seabrook, or at a Lakewood Yacht Club, which I think is Seabrook. I don't know. My family remembers there, or we have memberships there. I don't know the exact situation, but we go there a lot. And they've always got like some crazy ass cars there.
Yeah, like we saw a McLaren 570S. That's like the one that Quavo fucking always like is always talking about, his McLaren, the 570S. And it was just fucking sitting in like this private, secluded ass neighborhood that we probably shouldn't have walked in.
Really?
But we did.
My phone's big ringing.
But
it's okay.
I'll put this one on silent. But yeah, no, it's like, I don't know. It's just being surrounded, and the temperature there is perfect. It's just fucking perfect.
It's like 70 and
it's
sunny and not humid at all.
Like with a little breeze.
Bro, it was just fucking perfect.
That's Japan and like San Diego sound like two of the most just like enjoyable places to just exist in, just like be walking around.
I almost moved to San Diego because right after we moved back from Amsterdam, like around 3rd grade, my dad got job offers in Geneva, Switzerland.
The Geneva Motor Show there, that's where, oh my god.
Geneva was like, I was going to be going to the same private school that like Kim Jong-un went to and like Bill Gates and
that's
his kids
like a fucking different.
Yeah, because like his work was just going to pay for some like other shit. Like we were going to have a huge house in the Alps and shit. And my little stupid ass complained because they didn't have a football team and I'd have to leave my friends, and I was like refusing to like leave and refusing to like go to Geneva, so he turned that down, and then he turned down San Diego for like similar reasons and shit.
Damn.
I mean, that's kind of understandable. That is like my biggest fear is like, if I was to move to Japan, it's like, well, Japan even more. It's like moving to a place in America, it's easier to find people to hang out with, but it's like Japan, you have to pretty much learn an entire language, a fucking, from what I understand, a pretty fucking hard language to learn, and then just like they completely reorient yourself.
I just thought about this story. I'm gonna title it "We Missed Our Train Back Home."
Okay.
So we woke up and decided to go to Hiroshima. It's like a 6-hour by bullet train. You're doing 180 mile an hour. It's fucking crazy. So.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so we were fucking in Hiroshima late as fucking night, and it was like fucking 7 or 8, and we were like, all right, let's head back. And we see our fucking train, and it just left, last train of the night. And so we just had to take like little tiny trains for like 2 hours to get to Kyoto. And that's like not even halfway back to Tokyo. We were kind of fucked for the night. And so we had to fucking buy a hotel room for the night to even have a place to stay. We would have been stuck on the street. Like, we would get to the hotel room at like 1 a.m, like, please give us a room. Please tell us you have a room.
Yeah.
And because Kyoto was the next biggest city, the rest of the train stops were all little villages. Like, we would have been fucked. Like, it was all villages just everywhere. So luckily, we somehow made it to fucking Kyoto. And we stayed there for the night, which actually worked out, kind of. Actually, it did work out because we were going to go to Kyoto anyways because the humongous shrine is there.
Yeah.
Kyoto's like the shrine place.
And it's got that giant-ass mountain.
Yeah, we
call it like that famous mountain. You know, all the pictures that people take from there, it's like you see the cherry blossom trees, and then there's the village, and then just in the, like, far off in the distance, there's that giant fucking mountain.
Is that Mount Fuji or whatever?
No, Mount Fuji is close to Tokyo.
Okay.
But we did climb a mountain. There's this temple of shrine, and it's on a mountain. And have you ever seen the pictures with all little orange little walkways like lining?
Yes.
So we walked through those, but you're literally climbing a fucking
You're making me want to go to
mountain.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, you have to. Like
it will happen. Like eventually,
Trey,
that has to.
You wanna pull up $6,000 real quick?
Sure, bro.
Like, I mean, walking. You're literally climbing a mountain. It's a lot, but once you get to the top, it's actually not that worth it. It's just this little thing with like concrete shit. And people just bow and continue on about their way.
It's the journey that matters.
But no, it literally is, because those orange walkways are so cool to take pictures down. Like, oh my fucking god. Just the walkways were cool as fuck. And there's signs everywhere that says watch out for monkeys and boars. And I'm like,
That's dangerous.
Monkeys, okay. Boars, like
boars will fuck you up.
they will run straight through you.
But also, I don't know. I always felt like most animals you can just kick in the face.
I don't know about a boar. Those are hard headed.
Yeah, there's like boars and wild pigs and shit in Texas. Like those motherfuckers are like intense. Like
yeah, I just figure if they're running straight at me. It may, no matter if it works or not, my first plan of action is just to put my foot directly in his face as hard as I can.
I've always told myself, if I've ever went to one of those countries, you know, where you see like the monkey stealing tourist shit, I would beat the fuck out of a monkey, like fist up, like
depending on the monkey.
Some of them have teeth, I know, but like I'm trying my best to.
That one lady had that monkey.
A chimp or some shit, he can take it.
Oh yeah, chimp. Yeah. I ain't fucking with no.
But
chimps,
they're usually friendly. Those are like the friendly chimpanzees.
But also,
I'm thinking of an orangutan.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Orangutans are chill.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Bro, I want to chill with an
orangutan. Beat the fuck out of you. Like
no, I've seen some like beautiful videos with orangutans. Like they like meet with a pregnant woman and they just like they're like feeling her stomach and stuff, and it's like they're like they know there's a baby inside, and I don't even know orangutans.
Oh yeah,
so
they look pretty similar when they were pregnant. I mean, titties hanging out and shit.
Yeah.
I feel like
they just look like pregnant
bitches. That's like, I don't know. I think that they are pretty cool. Fuck, I was gonna say something. I forgot.
So about monkeys, you'd square up with the monkey.
I would, yes. Oh yeah, that's like seeing the like silverback gorilla versus a bear. Who would win?
Oh shit! Wait, is that a video?
I think so, on that channel that you and Peen showed me or some shit. Remember?
I'm saying, is there footage of a gorilla?
No, it's
just
like
a commonly asked question.
Yeah, and they're like kind of trying to see who would win. Think about it. Like,
I mean, yeah, no, that
bears are undoubtedly stronger, but like
no, I don't think a bear is stronger than a silverback.
Depending on the bear,
like a massive like grizzly bear is stronger than a silverback gorilla, but silverbacks are way more like agile. Yeah, like a silverback is gonna be all over you, and bear's just gonna be like one hit kill, but also.
But if he misses, he's going to be open, and the gorilla, like the gorilla can get up him.
Give him a 3-piece.
Yeah, he can get him. He can throw combos, and he can put him in a fucking rear naked choke.
You're the one who actually introduced me to the video. It was like a gorilla versus like a lion.
Tirzu.
Yeah,
Tirzu's awesome.
A gorilla's taking over a lion any day, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd take a gorilla over a lion. I don't think I'd take a gorilla over a grizzly bear, though.
Yeah, their bodies are built more like us. You know, they're more like.
Yeah, except there's like. Here's the thing. We don't know like the actual potential of a gorilla. Like if we got a gorilla in the gym, like bench pressing weights and shit, like
I mean,
those motherfuckers can bench press like 2,500 pounds.
Oh yeah, like
ever training in their lives.
Yeah.
So imagine actually
getting a gorilla in the gym, just like having him just.
Harambe was toying around with that kid pretty easily. Like,
oh, dog!
Like a 60-pound kid.
That was
like
nothing to him.
Yeah, no, it's fucking.
Harambe wasn't gonna fucking do anything. He wasn't doing anything. He said, "Hey, y'all, this weird little."
I feel like tranquilizers are definitely the better option, but the thing is,
well, they said that would piss him off.
Exactly.
Yeah,
because it would take a minute for him to go to sleep. Exactly. But bullets are gonna straight up lights out.
We're talking about Harambe right now.
Dicks out.
Like that's
respect is like. Yeah, it is 2019. That's
just crazy. After 2016 ended, the only acceptable time to talk about Harambe is on the anniversary of his death.
Which
I remember I went to Austin like 2 months after all that shit was going on, and I went to that park, that graffiti park in downtown, and dude, somebody.
That's gone now.
Yeah, I fucking know. They're building an apartment building there. They're moving it. They're giving it its own special park though. Yeah, no, it is lame as fuck because it was like secluded in like this kind of special place.
Yeah, it was like a kind of a monument.
Did you see any graffiti in Japan whatsoever?
At the train station in Shinjuku, I believe so. Yeah.
Was the graffiti respectful? Was it like?
Well, I don't know. Probably I was gonna say you could sell. No, that's one thing I've thought about Asian languages. It's like comparatively, like English seems so simple, like the way it's written.
Yeah, and I've seen people say that.
Fucking, how long does it take for them to write a sentence? Like, because it's these intricate little tiny things that have so many markings and stuff, and it's like, I guess if you've been doing that your whole life, it's second nature, just like English is to us.
On my way back on the 14-hour trip back from China, technically, I sat next to this Chinese lady, and she was learning Spanish, and I'm like going to sleep. She already knew English, and she was learning Spanish, but she owns like businesses in Panama.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, all I hear is like, I'm trying to go to sleep, and all I hear is like, hola, and I'm like looking over, and I'm like, okay, like me and my neck pillow, and she's just in there going off in Spanish, and I'm like, wow.
I've always wanted to I had an idea as a kid for to put a Japanese person and somebody else who doesn't speak Japanese at all. I would try to find the two most different languages.
Japanese and Norwegian.
Yeah, some shit like that, and then put them in a house and see how long it would take for them to teach each other until they could get to a point to where they could efficiently communicate. How long would that take?
Some sort of Spanglish style shit,
I mean, yeah, they might mix their stuff together, tell them each thing, how it's said in each different language.
Yeah, though I think that, like I said, immersion is the best way to learn a language easily. There's no doubt about that.
I want to just fuck around and learn some weird. I want to learn High Valyrian from Game of Thrones or some shit.
I definitely, if I'm learning a language, it needs to be something that other human beings speak. And I mean, I know some human beings speak High Valyrian, but that's probably only at
High Valyrian is on Duolingo.
Well,
so it's I want me and a few other people to learn it.
Maybe to exclusively communicate with other people.
Okay. No one, there's no chance anybody else is gonna ever have any clue what the fuck you're saying if you're speaking High Valyrian.
girls, yeah.
You can if you're speaking let's see, in this area it's Spanish or Vietnamese or some shit, there are chances people are gonna listen in, hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Even other shit German or Chinese or some shit. There's probably a few people in the area that are gonna pick up on that.
But that's also
seriously
kind of rare.
fucking doubt a single person in this city knows how to speak High Valyrian.
I don't know.
There's probably one, but the chances of you running into them is probably kind of low.
Some fucking nerd.
Yeah. They have to be a nerd.
Oh, dude.
You don't just learn that shit without being a fucking nerd.
In Japan, I forgot what city that was. Damn, I don't even know where the fuck that was. So they have these shops that sell, I don't know how else to explain it, but every single shelf is just thousands and hundreds of thousands of anime stuff, and so they have 13 stores, and each one is its own, so one is for games, one's for this type of anime, this one's for this kind of
hentai. Where was the hentai?
I didn't see that, but I'd imagine that. Yeah, they had a store for each one of those, and we picked up so much fucking merch from that shit. It was crazy as fuck. It's called K Books. That's another place if you go to Japan you have to go. But at this park, they were having a fucking cosplay fest. I've never seen in my life so many people in costumes. It was crazy as fuck. An entire humongous park just full of it.
It's crazy how much Japan embraces their pop culture.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
they do it so much more than we do.
Oh, yeah. That's even adults and shit be reading comic books and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Which is fucking awesome.
But nowhere in America, or at least in a major respectable city, are you gonna find a massive fucking Gundam statue, American equivalent, Optimus Prime statue,
yeah.
You have to go to Disneyland to do that shit.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just Japan just embraces their pop culture so much more. It's part of the reason why it's such a cool place. It's so alien and shit.
Well, to me, it literally is alien. It's people that look different from you, and the language looks so different. Everything about it.
I honestly love traveling for the one fact, you're just in this soul plane for 14 hours, and they drop you off, and you're in an entirely different fucking
world, pretty much.
It gives you a lot of perspective and shit.
Once you do it once, you understand that you can't stop doing it. At least for me, that's the way it is. There's so much more to see than the fucking Houston area. So much.
God.
Yeah, that's why I hate it when people are yeah, I've never left Texas and I don't plan on it. If you, whatever, if you're in, high school and you haven't left Texas,
that's not a big deal.
But, if you're just, you're out of high school, you're out of college or some shit, and you're just yeah, I've been to Dallas before. It's like, go fuck yourself. Just like drive 2 hours to the right and you'll be in Louisiana, or like 3 hours to the right, you'll be in Louisiana. At least do like that, or just
Chandler.
You get to go see some tall trees.
Like take a cruise. Like I'm going on a cruise to Jamaica, Grand Cayman, and Mexico in a few months. And it's like, that's cheap as shit. It's like $400.
Yeah,
you're visiting 3 countries there. Like,
yeah.
Chandler and his dad have actually driven all 50 states, well, except for Alaska, because his dad's a felon and he couldn't drive through Canada.
Oh, okay.
But they've been to every fucking state in America. That's fucking crazy.
I'd like to do that. That'd be cool.
It's very awesome. In fact, I wish I've done it. But the funniest picture that they have from all these trips is they were in like Pennsylvania and like Amish country. Oh. And there's this kid on the side of the road selling corn.
Did he have a little fake beard on?
So you're not allowed to take pictures of them, right? Like that's a huge fucking no-no, right? Like you do not do that
went
shit.
up, took a selfie with him.
Bro, Chandler's dad was like, "Hey, go get a picture and run. Like act like you're getting a cob of corn and run." There's this picture.
Just took a picture of this kid like holding some corn.
There's a picture on the wall in his house of this little fucking Amish kid with corn, and like it's kind of blurry. You can tell that he took it and ran. It's like fucking perfect. Like, and he's like pissed off with the fucking corn, and it's like slightly blurry. It's fucking perfect. It's the best fucking picture ever. Like,
tell him to send that.
Whenever I'm at his house, I'm gonna fucking take a picture of it.
I need to see that. I have family in Pennsylvania, and they say like there's like special parking spaces and shit for like horse and buggy.
That's still so crazy to me. I guess that you don't really hear about them a lot because
they like the Amish people you hear about aren't even real Amish people. Because,
yeah, exactly. Like that TV show.
Yeah, like Amish Mafia. Like that shit's not real.
The Mafia does exist, but we don't know it.
Yeah, and within Amish culture, like they will exclude themselves from like modern medicine. Like they're really out here still dying from like cholera and shit. Like,
that's why like
that's what they believe in.
Yeah, it's like partially religious, but it's just like it's basically like those people that are like, take me back to the good old days. It's like they turned that into a religion.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think the most modern technology they have is like a radio, right, or some shit like that.
Most of that, like the hardcore ones, don't even have that.
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
Some of like the lighter ones will like use technology for like work and shit like that. Or,
I think they're doing it just to prove a point, because like if they excluded unnecessary technology and only used stuff more useful to them, like tractors and things like that, from the shit that they do, they would live better at what they're attempting to like accomplish. It's solely just to prove a point. I think. Like,
I feel like we talked about this with Tony a few episodes ago.
Yeah, we probably
and he was talking about having like they throw fucking parties whenever like they raise their barns and shit.
Damn, Amish parties are
that shit actually sounds pretty like
moonshine
and shit.
They hit them way different.
I'm imagining like those videos of like the Jewish dances and shit, like the Jewish celebrations, and they're all in, like,
somebody on a chair just fucking
yeah.
In a fucking barn, they fall in some hay and shit. Just
bro, that's the part of like Christianity I wish they would have kept, like because
barn dancing.
Well, just like the Jews go fucking ham, like during Hanukkah.
I got bitches come out my dick.
That video of them just like they go fucking insane for that kind of shit.
Have you seen that Drake music video?
Oh, the best I ever. Or no. Heifer?
Yeah, hell yeah, fucking right. Yeah. And it was like he did another bar mitzvah, but like pimped out as fuck. Birdman just sitting there like, what the fuck is this shit? Like,
yeah, no, it's just like they've got like all sorts of like they've got a day just dedicated to like blowing trumpets and shit, and it's all based on things that Christians believe. But whenever the Jews killed Jesus, Christians were just like, yeah, we're not celebrating y'all shit anymore.
Fuck y'all.
And so I kind of wish Christians still did that shit because like
just become a Jew.
No,
just go do some Jew shit.
It's like a race. It's like a race and a religion.
Just go.
There's also a sect of Judaism called Messianic Jews, which are basically what I'm describing. They're Christians, but they still do all the Jew stuff.
Well, then do that. If you want to go to
they
a Jew
we
party,
got hella
just do
Christmas.
We got Christmas and Hanukkah.
Fuck it. What's the problem? Just tell them you're a Jew and then just rock out. Go.
You got the hair for sure. They can. You can pass.
You can tell them like just be like, yeah, my name's Walter Shorenstein.
I'm waiting for this hair to fall a little more, so it's not as much of a Jufro. Which it's like there are pictures of me when my hair was a little longer in like 7th grade. It was heavy Jufro. Like,
I get coconut head like from Ned's Declassified. That's what my hair.
That was you in like 3rd grade and shit.
Yeah. Well, I let my hair grow out, buzz it, and then just let it grow back out. Buzz it.
Then you had that. You had a mohawk for a little bit.
Yeah.
Cool ass.
But it was like the shaved mohawk. It wasn't like spiked up.
Yeah.
I just like shaved it and left like a. It was like Iceman from the UFC, like Chuck.
Oh, Chuck Liddell. Yeah.
Bro, I wish my parents would have like let me do some shit like that.
I had a mohawk my first day of 1st grade. I walked in with the fucking mohawk.
Yeah. It's like I'm 8 years old. Come on, just like let me do some shit.
Have some fun.
My dad fucking hates my hair now because he's like, it's unprofessional looking. Like, or when I got my family's just super traditional like that. Like when I got my tattoo, my yaya was like, "We're not bikers, Collin," and I was like. It's a tattoo. It's a Christian tattoo. It's a Bible verse. And she was like, "We're not bikers. We don't get tattoos."
Damn, you don't.
Like, damn. Okay then. Like,
get a fucking flaming skull and then a fucking just a cow skull.
Yeah.
Breathing fire, chains, everything.
Hell yeah.
A big ass chest piece too. Like
angel wings,
shirtless all the time.
Eagle across your chest.
Hell yeah, American flag in tail.
In tail? Was it?
In toe,
okay,
not in tail.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
No, you're good.
But yeah.
So, throughout the whole trip, how long did you stay in Japan again?
A week. We just did a week this year.
And, can you pinpoint one specific thing as, like, the best overall moment, or...
Best overall moment, it has to be the Subaru place, yeah.
Okay.
That whole place, like I even bought shit. It's a dealership and like a museum, and the dealership has merch. It's fucking cool as shit.
Damn.
You can buy like shift knobs, like radiator, special STI caps. You can buy like, I don't know, just super hard to get. Like in America, shit that's worth 10 times more. Like even at the Bape store, the shit was pretty cheap. Like, I mean, you can get Bape shirts for like $80-$90, but from the store I got it for like $50. Like,
yeah,
it was considerably more cheap. Like, way more cheap. Even the jackets were still expensive. Like the full zip ups.
Yeah, but them hoes are played out. You can't even wear those.
Yeah,
I would never wear those.
I think those are a little bit too much now.
It's basic hype beast. You know what I mean? Like
for sure.
If you wear some shit like that, it's like you don't even have.
I saw like a middle schooler wearing
some
shit like that, and I just had to give up on life. I was like,
I mean, you can't even like expect a kid to be trying to do some unique shit. Like they're still in, you know.
I definitely understand, but
only time I'd wear that is if it was like ironically, like yeah.
Or if it's just genuinely cold, nigga. I'm trying to warm up.
I've got like
that's all you have.
I've got like a replica of a Dale Earnhardt Jr. like racing jacket.
Do it for Dale.
Because I used to go to Texas Motor Speedway a lot because like my dad is a huge NASCAR fan, and so like me growing up, just because of that, I watched NASCAR at least a little bit, and so
at least a little bit,
you know, go Junior. But I mean, yeah. So we'd go and we'd like tailgate or whatever you want to call it, the infields for the whole weekend.
Oh, that's fucking cool. Shit.
They had midget wrestling.
Hell yes, I've heard that from a couple different people.
Yeah, Harley had some outside of his job that one day. He fucking took a video of it. I want to go to that pretty bad, actually.
That sounds crazy.
It was just like thousands of drunk people in RVs that stayed drunk the whole weekend. Actually, some dude killed himself in the middle of the field that weekend. I didn't see that.
Like shot himself?
Yeah, like shot himself. And it was a big deal because the race was sponsored by the NRA. So everyone was like, what the fuck? Yeah, exactly.
It's like, have you ever seen those Curb Your Mean things? It should just be that. Like the fucking Curb Your Mean whenever it plays that one song from the show.
Yeah, like, so that shit was just insane. But yeah, I got it while I was there. And so I was like 8th grader. I was not a little 8th grader, but you know, like I was just an 8th grader sitting there in like my Dale Earnhardt Jr. thing.
3
yeah.
wide.
They're going 3 wide at the turn 4. Final lap. Who's gonna take it? Junior wins.
Bro, NASCAR racing, honestly, for like a period of like 3 weeks, it was like I'm a big car fan / nerd of just all motorsports, and for like 3 weeks I was actually into that shit. It's the driving is not, I mean, it's like a hard part of it, but like the only thing that determines whether you win is pit stops and the type of tires you run and the amount of fuel you keep and things like that. It's so like, I don't want to get like technical, but it's so fucking specific. If you ever look at the front of the car in pit stops, they literally have strips of duct tape over holes, and so I want a little bit more aerodynamics. They just put one strip of duct tape and it'll give you like 5 more miles an hour. It's so fuck? Yeah, and
it's
but
so
your car is running a little bit too hot. Oh, pull the strip. It's it's crazy as fuck. So your car, like the average car that's on the street, they run at like 180 degrees Fahrenheit. NASCAR cars, they run at fucking like 290 degrees.
That's why, like, inside of those suits, they've got, like...
Oh, yeah, they got cool suits.
Shit,
yeah, they literally wear a shirt that has, like, veins through it, and it cools you off.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's honestly one of those pimp
That's
shit.
also, like... They do that shit in, like, diapers, because, like...
Oh, yeah.
Or some of them do, because it's, like... They're going in there, and they have to hydrate that whole time. These races, like, I think the longest one is 600 miles...
Could you imagine just driving 600 miles in a fucking circle?
Yeah. And
bro,
so,
what is life
That'd be
to?
so mind-numbing. Like,
that's
just,
why I really enjoy watching the road course or whatever.
Yeah, road
NASCAR
course for
races,
sure.
Like, what's it? Watkins Glen, and there's 2 others.
Those
are pretty enjoyable because it's like Formula One with rednecks.
Damn.
That's exactly what the fuck it is. Like,
yeah.
Have y'all heard of Formula E? It's a fucking real life video game, dude. So it's basically Formula One, but all the cars are fully electric, and so you get certain boosts during the race. They're literally making it as interactable with fans as possible. 5 days before the race, whoever gets the most likes or something or most follows on their post, they get a speed boost at some point during the race.
What?
It's fucking crazy. And if you drive over this one strip, you take a different route, you drive the strip, it gives you a speed boost. Doing certain things gives you a speed boost. Interacting with fans and shit, it's crazy, and it's real life. It's a real life video game.
Damn,
it's cool as fuck. Yeah, it's super cool to get into. But
when are they gonna make Death Race real?
That shit is fucking
I want to see
hilarious.
Death Races.
I know
they go across the country and you're allowed to fucking build contraptions into your car. And
that shit is so, but it's like all really just prisoners and shit.
Yeah. Just
bro, that's why, like, what we need to do is like be on some gladiator
locked
shit.
in the car.
Yeah, like they have handcuffs on the fucking steering wheel.
Be on some gladiator shit. What we do is we just like let prisoners do shit like that, and the winner gets to like go free.
Yeah, the most deadly person gets to be back in society.
You raped 18 people and murdered 35. Bro, you won the race.
They're really, but that I don't know if it's definitely not as common nowadays. But there were like underground fighting rings in prisons.
Hell yeah. I would imagine
that's actually kind of what that movie's based off of. It's basically underground boxing fighting ring, but with cars, movie? Death Race.
Oh, okay.
And you can get certain things from it. That's like, have you ever seen fucking Django?
Yeah.
And the scene where the fucking slaves are fighting to the death. That shit's fucking crazy.
What do they call them?
I don't remember. Mandingo.
Mandingos. Yeah.
N-words.
Yeah, that too. Whatchamacallit. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I love watching the Isle of Man. Like,
oh dude, that shit is
so
the
badass.
Motorcycle ones.
Yes,
I could not physically imagine my life. You have to have balls of absolute steel to do that.
Like the videos of people just flying off of those things, it's fucking.
Yeah, the videos of people crashing at 250 mile an hour on a motorcycle, and they are literally you're Superman for like 3 seconds. You're just flying.
It's horrible. It's horrible, but at the same time, it's like that's the risk that these people are willing to take, and it's like
just
to do this awesome ass sport.
Have you ever seen? They do one with a sidecar, a motorcycle and a sidecar. They have a full heat of that. Yeah, like it's cool as fuck.
What does the sidecar dude even do?
Oh, he plays a bigger part than the dude driving it. He's all the weight transfer in the corners and shit. He plays.
But I'm just saying, he ain't even like driving the car. Like he ain't.
He is though. He's literally like you'll see him like fucking lean hard as fuck. Like they literally lean out of it to like. make certain turns. It's crazy as fuck. The whole Isle of Man
all
race.
of that shit is dangerous. Like there was a Formula 1 guy, or not Formula 2 guy that just died a few weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
In a big ass crash.
Yeah, no, that's fucking.
That's why if you notice on the Formula 1 cars this past year, or they call it the Halo bar.
Yeah.
It's literally this full carbon piece bar that sits above their head now, because basically in Formula 1, if you flipped,
you snapped your neck.
you're done. So they include that, and it can hold fucking 12,000 pounds, just that one bar. Yeah. It's
Damn, so just fucking 5 cars stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, it can fucking, it saves so many lives. It looks fucking terrible. It's so much cooler just seeing like an open helmet dude like in his fucking race car, but I mean, I don't know. I think it's pussy shit personally. Like if you want to get into a car and race and put your life on the line, like fucking do it to the fullest. Don't be a little weenie. Like
don't wear a seatbelt.
Die if you need to, bro. But,
it's crazy to think about just the whole aspect of racing.
That's why, it's just cool that there are people out there that aren't like me and that are willing to do that. You know what I mean?
I like racing. I love go-kart racing.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever been to the? It's actually called Formula 1 racing or go-karts or some stuff off Highway 3.
K1 or like K1 speed and shit.
Yeah, they changed it recently.
It's all indoor?
Yeah, it's indoor. Is it still open? I haven't been there. I used to go there all the time, and then like 3 years ago we stopped.
I've only ever gone to like one place in Florida way back in the day, and then
Bay Area Raceway.
This
place is. So you know how Bay Area Raceway, they have supercarts?
Yeah.
So like you have to have a driver's license to drive them.
Yeah.
All of these things at this F1 place are like that on steroids. And it's inside, and you got tight turns, so you gotta like hug the turns and shit. Like,
bro, should I say fuck?
I saw my sister straight fly, like, she was driving and she got into a crash in one of them, and her go-kart went like 3 feet in the air. I was like, holy fuck. I mean, she landed right way up, but like it was still just like, god damn, like
he's fucking laughing.
It's like real shit, and like the crashes can have like consequences. Like I crashed one of those hoes, and they like time it, like everyone. So it's not a race necessarily. So like if you cross the finish line first, doesn't mean necessarily.
No, yeah, it's all timed. It's basically the fastest time. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like. It's fucking intense shit.
I kind of want to go do that shit now.
Oh, yeah. Dude. I've been wanting to go kart racing for so long. It's so expensive,
though. It's like $25 a race or something crazy like that, which makes sense given, like, all the, like, how intense it is compared to just, like, regular go-kart place. Like,
yeah.
And they also have, like, pro tournaments and stuff like that.
How much is Bay Area Raceway?
Bay Area is not that
expensive. It's like $5 a race.
Because that's probably, I say... You know how we were planning on going to that arcade for my birthday?
Yeah.
But I guess we're just going to have to find a day soon. But I feel like Bay Area Raceway, that has a whole ass arcade and...
it's a pretty lame arcade, though. But it is.
But
quick story about Bay Area Raceway. One of the things I will never forget, and you know how you have things that happened 10 years ago that still piss you off? Mm-hmm. This is one of those for me.
Yeah, Mr. Tsunami.
So, yeah, exactly. That's not for you. But, so I'm at Bay Area Raceway, and I'm real competitive, and I'm in, like, one of the regular carts, because I'm probably 12, 13.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm, like, going as hard as I can. Like, I'm even passing up some of the super carts just because I'm, like, on my shit. Like, I'm on it. And I've lapped... almost all of like the regular carts, and I'm driving specifically against this one other kid that's like almost as good as I am. Like I've got a solid 100 feet on him, but like he's actually been like on my tail somewhat the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I'm going and I come and I'm lapping my sister for the second time, and my sister sees like how intense I'm going. And she's just like, I'm gonna fuck with him.
She threw a banana peel out.
She straight hard left turned into me. Damn. I spun out and I got stuck against the railings.
Damn.
And as this kid is passing me, he shoots me the finger.
Oh.
And I'm not fucking... Like, after I got out of the go-kart, I had to be, like, restrained. I was so pissed.
He took that shit.
I'd be pretty pissed.
I took that so hard. I was like... And I wasn't pissed at the kid. Like, what? I probably would have shot him the finger had the same thing happen to me. But it's like... Or had the same thing happen to him. But I had to be like restrained because like I'm like 12. I have no qualms about beating my sister's ass at that point in my life.
Damn.
Like
Colin just admitted to beating women.
Yeah. Nah, my sister, she beat my ass until I was like 15. She's 3 years older than me, and then finally I got enough heart and muscle to finally fucking fight back. I was terrorized as a fucking kid.
Me and my sister are a year apart, so we were like really competitive like that. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, how far are we into this?
We're almost an hour 15.
All right. You want to start wrapping up or? Okay, sure, I just didn't know what else we could talk about.
Thinking of a subject.
Yeah, you gotta go ahead and make it awkward.
I really want to talk about what we're gonna put on this wall, though.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, we're in my apartment right now, and yeah, I think just a TV. I definitely need to find some posters and some framed badass pictures.
If this video gets 10 likes, Trey will put a Hatsune Miku poster on his wall.
Damn. I don't want to buy that though. Like if someone gave it to me, then I would put it up as a joke. But like I'm not spending money on that.
You just need to be one of those people who do like a UV like interactive like psychedelic acid just entire.
No,
apartment.
that shit is so corny.
Like it's all black light.
My bachelor pad, bro.
I hate that shit.
I don't know if you want black lights in a place like in an apartment like this.
I'm good. I have no need for that whatsoever.
Oh shit. Damn, okay, my computer isn't charging apparently.
Okay, so apparently
we do need to like wrap this up.
My outlets just don't work.
Yeah.
But yeah, so would you say that China's the greatest country of all time and that
Absolutely,
Hong Kong should just
honestly,
stop fighting?
yeah, no, they're tripping.
China.
Like, communism is kind of chill.
I think technically, personally, I think the whole world should just like fall under China's rule.
Yeah, thank you, LeBron James, for just like paving that path for us.
Wait, what?
He said some shit on
All
Twitter,
hail the almighty dictator of China, Winnie the Pooh looking ass. Because that's what everyone keeps calling him.
He gets pissed at that.
We've had listeners in Hong Kong. We've never had any in China, so like.
Hey, yeah, no, I'm just playing. If you're from Hong Kong listening to this, like, I'm just playing, dog. Hope y'all are doing okay.
Yeah. Let's get the podcast banned in China if it's not already.
Wait, what?
Let's get the podcast banned in China if
y'all
it's not
remember
already.
When Battlefield 4 first came out and that shit got banned in China so fast?
Oh, yeah.
Because the story mode is based off of like an invasion, China invading Russia or some shit.
Yeah. That game's awesome.
Okay. Yeah, we do need to wrap up just because like my computer's gonna like crap out in a second here.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. I hope you had a good time, listeners.
Yeah.
Marcus, do you have anything you want to say?
No.
Shout out social
say
media.
no.
Anything
Fuck
like
y'all.
that.
Bye.
No, not really. I'm not one of those people, but fuck China, and I appreciate y'all for having me. It was good meeting you, Collin.
Yeah. Good meeting you too, man.
Yeah, this is pretty chill though. I appreciate the whole thing. I'm glad we finally got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, listeners, remember to smash that motherfucking like, rate 5 stars on iTunes,
share with friends,
and most importantly, fuck China.